This week on GenXPats. So where are we headed?
Well, right now we are on our way back from North Carolina. We had a soccer camp for Jack, and we are taking a 30-mile detour down to Elberton, Georgia, to see the Georgia Guidestones, which were erected
Decades ago.
yeah, late 70s, early 80s. We'll kind of look that up for you, but by a guy named, a mysterious businessman who financed it, named R.C. Christian, who many people believe may be Ted Turner, but we'll kind of leave that up to you to whatever you believe. But the rules on there, the 10 rules that are carved into these stones, are a little bit disturbing, considering what's happening today. But once again, that's not for me to tell you.
As you wind your way down the quiet backcountry highways of Elberton County, Georgia, you'd be forgiven if you missed the inconspicuous turn onto Guidestones Road. One can only wonder, why here, in the middle of nowhere, as the gray oddity comes slowly into view? The Georgia Guidestones, American Stonehenge, humanity's tombstone, doomsday warning. Whatever its purpose, the monument stokes curiosity, trepidation, and even anger in those who know about it. What is the truth about this modern, mysterious monument? Do the Guidestones contain secret messages? Who is behind this enigmatic granite edifice? Little more is known about their true purpose today than when they were formally unveiled to a curious crowd of about 400 onlookers on March 22, 1980. Composed of 4 guidestones, a 25,000-pound capstone, and a central gnomon stone, the Georgia Guidestones is a granite monument tucked away amidst the rolling green pastures of northeast Georgia in Elberton County, the self-proclaimed granite capital of the world. Over the years, the Guidestones have been vandalized many times. As a result, 24 hours a day, the monument is under the watchful eye of the Elberton County Sheriff's Office. In March of 1980, after roughly 9 months of planning and construction, the stones were finished. On the capstone, carved in 4 ancient languages, Babylonian cuneiform, Classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Egyptian hieroglyphics, a message proclaims, "Let these be guidestones to an age of reason." Engraved in the stones are 10 guidelines meant to reestablish the planet and society, perhaps after an apocalypse. They are written in 8 different languages: English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese, and Russian. The rules are: maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. The Guidestones also serve as an astronomical calendar, and every day at noon the sun shines through a narrow hole in the structure and illuminates the day's date on an engraving.
Below spot on,
A time capsule?
yeah, and it's got blank, be opened on blank.
It's crazy, okay.
To the west of the monument, a large granite marker stone located flat on the ground explains these astronomical features. It also provides a few basic monument measurements and a diagram identifying the languages used on the capstone. The main function of the marker stone is to identify the location of a time capsule buried 6 feet beneath it, though the dates on which the capsule was buried and when it is to be reopened are missing.
Guide reproduction wisely.
Yeah, guide or control.
The Guidestones continue to be a point of controversy. Many believe them to be the work of Satanists or the New World Order. These theories fueled particularly by certain commandments such as guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity, which can be ominously interpreted. Others believe them to be a message of wise prophecy, possibly the work of an eccentric man of science. Author R.C. Christian is engraved on the structure, and yet there is also included the qualification that the name is a pseudonym. Little is known about R.C. Christian, and many theories have surfaced over the decades. As the story goes, in June of 1979, the enigmatic Christian walked into the offices of the Elberton Granite Finishing Company and made President Joe H. Findley Sr. a seemingly outrageous proposal for the construction of the megalithic structure. Findley and Mr. Wyatt C. Martin, both Freemasons, were the only 2 people who met R.C. Christian. Martin is the only person who ever knew Christian's true identity due to his position as the intermediary who handled the financing. So who created the Guidestones? Numerous theories have risen around this mystery over the years, including claims that the Guidestones were commissioned by the Illuminati or the Rosicrucians, the Order of the Rosy Cross, a secret society that stresses reason and harmony with nature. Another theory names Robert Carter Cook, who headed eugenics organizations such as Planned Parenthood League and American Eugenics Society. Notably, he authored the books The Age of Reason and Human Fertility, The Modern Dilemma. He also had a connection with Nazi angel of death Josef Mengele, which adds a whole other level of seriousness and concern to this theory. Perhaps the most popular name assigned as R.C. Christian's true identity is Freemason, eugenicist, and founder of Turner Broadcasting and CNN in Atlanta, Ted Turner. As chairman of the United Nations Foundation, in 1997, he donated an astonishing $1 billion to the UN and its causes. Turner also put $125 million of his own money into a foundation to support environmental and population control efforts in the U.S. and abroad. The endowment spends about $6 million a year on projects designed to lower the world's population to 2 billion or less. He was quoted saying, "A total world population of 250 to 300 million people, a 95% decline from present levels, would be ideal." However intriguing, we may never know who is behind them, the only hint being engraved on the Guidestones itself: sponsors, a small group of Americans who seek the age of reason. Hey guys, we are here to thank you for watching our video on the Georgia Guidestones and kind of talk about that a little bit. Oh shoot, it's crooked, huh? I'm gonna move it a little. I may have knocked it. Oops. There.
They're great things.
It's kind of
We're gonna have lots of bloopers, guys. Tons of bloopers.
That's the good stuff.
Really wanted to see what you guys thought of it, because it's something that we've wanted to see for a while. You know, how long have you known about it? I really haven't known about it that long, to be honest with you.
Couple of years. We kind of nerd out sometimes and watch, you know, the Discovery History Channel stuff, and I think that's where I first learned about it.
It was really interesting. It was really neat talking to a lot of the people there. There were three other couples that were there that we kind of got to talk to and kind of ask questions and hear their ideas. Tried not to share too many of mine because it's just crazy when you look at these. When you look at these 10 rules, I mean, you come up with all kinds of ideas, which kind of leads me into a point I'd love for you to put into the comments what you think, even if you've heard of this or if this is the first time you've heard of it. But you know, after looking at the rules, just put in the comments what you think. I'd like to hear them, honestly. It's just, it's really interesting. Really interesting, really creepy. More creepy or interesting?
I think
it's more creepy.
More creepy, really ominous.
That kind of brings up the point, like, who determines who that 500 million is?
Yeah.
And that is kind of the question. And then when you bring in the Ted Turner, the Cook, the eugenics, the Rosicrucians, the Illuminati, you cannot have a good conspiracy without the Illuminati, by the way.
Right. I think they're involved in everything, right?
Yeah, no, it's just, it's really, really creepy, really strange.
Especially today, you know, everybody's kind of having this conversation about, okay, you know, freedom and our rights, and it kind of makes you think, you know,
and the greater good.
The greater good, yeah. What do you give up for the greater good, and is that nothing, or you know, how far does that go? So it is ominous. It is creepy.
And how do you do population control?
Yeah, I don't
do
even.
Do you do population control with wars, disease, and population control could mean more population. So since we've had better, you know, medical advancements, you know, life expectancy has really increased. You know, Social Security was designed basically just as kind of the fill in the last few years. Social Security now has become, you know, you're living 20-25 years on Social Security. So governments are really struggling with this here, and it's a matter of balancing their books financially. So really creepy when you kind of think more about it, and I think if you spend some time thinking about it, it opens up more questions than answers.
So who do you think is behind the Georgia Guidestones? Do you think that it might be Ted Turner or Cook or one of the groups mentioned in the video, or something else, someone else? You know, you may have heard of this, you may have researched it, read about it, and may have your own ideas. So we are really interested to hear your thoughts, your theories on this thing. Is it just something silly that some, you know, rich guy decided to do? Like you said, more dollars than cents, you know, and here we are, you know, spending time talking about it, and he's probably laughing. So who knows? But I would love to know what you think.
Yeah, and one of the other things, first of all, like she said initially, thanks for watching this video. It was a lot of fun doing it. Amy had a lot of fun producing that.
I don't know if you can tell, I'm really kind of getting into this this video editing thing, and I'm learning as much as I possibly can. I would love your feedback on that as well. You know, please tell me, you know, is there too much of this? Is there not enough of that? I'd really love to hear from you. What do you want to see more of, less of? I am wide open and I'm learning, so please let me know what you think.
So with that, she can then put that into our next videos, and our next videos are going to be a lot of fun because in less than a week we're taking off for Guatemala. And in Guatemala we're going to visit Tikal, which we have always wanted to go to. From there we're going to look at a boat, so that hopefully we can travel a lot more, because that's our long-term plan is to travel, kind of get to see a lot more of these places, go to Mexico, go to Peru, go to Chile, you know, see that. And then we also have a hike planned. We're going to hike a volcano, which is really cool.
Pacaya? Is that the one? Pacaya, I believe.
Maybe so.
It's supposed to be very beautiful around there, so just thrilled.
Some
and we'll
waterfalls there, some hot springs, maybe a chocolate factory.
That's what I hear.
Maybe. I'm sure in Guatemala, I'm going to find out a way to get to tour a coffee plantation or coffee testing, maybe.
Yeah, we can't go to Guatemala without doing that.
No, we'll definitely take back some coffee. But anyway, that is going to be our next video. So please, you know, don't be shy. Leave comments in there about how you thought about this video, or what you thought about this video, how it was produced, and what we can do better, and maybe some questions about the monuments. Don't ask questions where you expect an answer from me. Just maybe just throw out your ideas or things that you've heard.
Again, what do you think about it? Who do you think might be behind it? That's what we'd really love to know. And hey, look at the commandments as well, and tell us what you think about that. You know, we'd love all the input we can get. So thanks for watching, and please stay tuned. There's more coming.
All right, see you guys later.
Bye-bye.